Welcome to POS. It's, you know what it is. You're watching it. I always explain it, but there's no point. You know what it is. We bring up stories. We find out who the POS is, and then one of you idiots goes, POS, that stands for Pat's name and like show and piece of shit. Yeah, you got it. That's why you're on the Patreon, because you're one of the smarter ones. Like if you had a deficiency and I asked which side of your body was it on, you wouldn't know. That's an inside joke, and that's fine. With me, as always, is the co-host, the lovely, the wonderful, the antagonist, the foil to Barry Rib. Your hands together, everybody, for Bobby Tamburo.
I don't know, foil. Tin
foil. Barry needs something to live outside. It's his antenna. That's what he has to do. You foiled him because when you weren't there, he would have done 15 minutes.
Oh, I thought you were just saying I thought you were saying foiled, not fooled wrong. You fooled him. You gave him the light 3 minutes into a 10-minute set, and he got off on time. Thought that's what you were saying.
I think Barry doesn't realize that, because when Barry goes to compound and just stands there and hangs out, he doesn't realize people work there. So I think Barry thinks that you don't work there. You just get to sit in the booth, and then you go to shows. He's like, well, that guy gets to do it. It's like, well, he works here. What's work? So he doesn't know what that is. So that's why he's mad at you, because you're taking his valuable stage time that he wasn't booked on.
Whatever. Barry's great. He did great at the roast.
Don't do this. Don't let me be the one who leads with good jokes, and then you go, he's great. You don't think he's great? Don't do that. Now I'm going to get a text.
I think he's fantastic. I think we should book him on more things.
Yes. Hear that, Kevin Dombrowski and Kevin Brennan? Don't book Bobby anymore. Just Barry Rib.
I mean, I wouldn't go that far. You should book on more things. Guest tonight, Andrew Glessner.
Yes, he should be on
pretty
more
much
things.
Always.
He doesn't need to work anymore. He's living. They bought a mansion. Each one of the four horsemen bought a mansion with all the money they made from their big show they did at the Comedy Zone.
Got that fuck you one show comedy club money.
Nice.
Which of the four horsemen?
Damien already spent it.
Oh, Damien didn't even leave with it.
It's like, and that's not a stereotype. It's
Damien. He likes to drink. You'll be like, I'm driving home. He's like, no, I got you this cup of Henny. You'll be fine. Just watch that one light. That's where the cops sit.
It's an entire cup.
I don't know all four of them as well, all four of you as well as I know some of them, but I do know, according to the text I get at 3 a.m., Mike O'Donnell likes to drink too.
Yes.
Yep. I'll get, I love you, baby. Like hearts. He goes, I'm drunk. I'm like, no shit. He's like, I love you. Yeah, you said this. The next day.
Come on, Pat. Mike's a great guy. He did well at the benefit. People should book him more.
Mike is great.
Moderately.
Yeah, I get what you're doing. And now if I'm Mike, I'm gonna be mad. Well, you're comparing me to Barry Rib.
You're doubling down.
Did you foil Mike too?
Yeah, you foil. What the fuck are you doing?
No. Mike foiled me the other night in chess like 5 times. It was bad.
He's getting pretty good.
I was depressed, and I think he was kind of out of it, so we were playing chess to feel better. And then, like, he beat me 4 games in a row, and we were kind of shooting the shit. And he was like, one more. I don't mind beating you again. And then we played in direct silence as we both laser focused on the game. Like, all friendly banter was shut down. And surprise, surprise, O'Donnell beat me again.
I would figure the only thing fun about playing chess, Mike O'Donnell, would be the shit talk. So it gets silent. That's got to be like, it's serious.
Yeah, it was game mode time, you know.
Yeah.
There was a point to where he was bringing his chess set to open mic, and we'd play afterwards, and it was just like the most fun but also gayest thing you could possibly do after an open mic.
That's what we did after I featured with Landau. We just sat at a table and played chess against each other until Dave was like, really, guys? This is what we're doing now?
Okay, you're getting in?
We have different things. After my show on Sunday, I saw an Italian guy with the saggiest tits and the tightest t-shirt, and I just went, "You can make calzones out of those." I had a whole punchline.
My bad, dude. I'm sorry. Right. I'm all over the place today.
No, it's okay. It's fine. I was just gonna make it funny. That's fine. But you're a good guy. You should do fundraisers.
You should get booked your
But I did. I went up to the guy and I was in a good mood, so I kind of grabbed his tits and I was like, "You can make calzones out of these." And he goes, "You can." And he goes, "You were good at the show." I'm like, "Oh, you were at it?" He's like, "You were just gonna grab me if I wasn't." Like he figured I noticed him from the audience. I did not. I just grabbed the man.
Like, of all the titties to notice out of the audience, an Italian man's.
Yes.
Yeah, those are the ones I want.
He's also like 5 feet tall, so of course I didn't see him when he was sitting. Like you say, I only see him when he's out loose in the casino part. Bobby, yesterday
Listen,
we
that
discussed.
Italian
go ahead.
man's a good guy. He did well
You
at
should
the
do
benefit.
fundraisers. You should do great at
Should
Book
Benefit.
benefits.
him more.
I hope he goes the way of like another great Italian, Ray Liotta. And he dies. Yesterday, we discussed Ben Ortiz. Now, Andrew, I don't know if you've ever been on the show and we've talked about Ben Ortiz or you know who this is. He's a Connecticut comedian we've had on the show before. The man loves to buy hookers, and he's also schizophrenic, and he's got meds that are so strong that he can't either get hard or come. We can't remember what he said, but he still pays the hookers anyway. And then yesterday, through a series of texts and pictures he posted, we had learned that he gets transsexual women. And he was wondering if I was shocked by that. And I was not, because he's a man that seems to be tricked easy. It didn't seem to be like.
What was
And
more
also-
shocking was his reason for doing it seemed to be more to be like Jim Norton and less about the physical attraction.
Well, he said I'm attracted to them, and then he goes, "Are you surprised?" I'm like, "No." He's like, "Wow," and I'm like, "Why? Wow?" He goes, "Jim Norton does it." I go, "I don't know. I've met Jim. We didn't discuss that." He's like, "Seriously?" No, I didn't sit there going, "What's your training life like?" I didn't ask. I thought it was a stage thing. I don't know if it's true. I don't care. But either way, enjoy. But then after our podcast last night, Bobby, I did get a text later in the night from Ben Ortiz. And it just said, if I did do the podcast, because I asked him to be on the podcast, he couldn't because he only has a tablet and it doesn't have video. And he said, if I did do the podcast, what would we have discussed? About my me getting hookers and transsexuals? So, of course, I said, no.
He was like, "Oh, because I could have made it if we were going to discuss that, but I cannot if we are not."
No, because I was like, no. And then he's like, that's all I wrote. And he's like, what? Question mark. And I was like, dude, we do a podcast. I would have read stories and looked for opinions. Because I was like, oh, and I hope Bobby never sends me this week's episode. Because he's going to be real mad. I was like, oh, you were going to talk about it. I go, yeah, of course we were. You posted
You're not.
He posted a picture of a woman, and we went over this on yesterday's podcast.
That is
I know.
the loosest way
it
you
is-
can
well,
use that word.
right.
Possible.
It was
Picture
a
Pat in a wig, Andrew.
it was a 2022
Oh,
woman.
I'm hard.
All right.
Okay.
So it's like, and this woman was in a picture like in her bra and panties and her Adam's apple, and she's just posing in glasses. So I said, I messaged Bobby and I was like, did you see the Facebook picture? And he's like, that's a man. So I was like, I think so too, but I'm not sure. And then Ben just messages me. It's not like Ben and I have this relationship where we chat. He just is crazy. So he'll just send me a message like, yo, Pat, I put a picture up of a woman and now I'm getting compliments. And then the next word he wrote complaints, which we thought was the funniest thing. Like he wrote the wrong thing with the exact opposite thing. So and he goes, it's a transsexual woman. So I messaged Bob. I sent Bobby a screenshot. Bobby was like, I knew it. He's all excited. So we're learning the whole time about this. And he just, I don't know what he's looking for, like my approval. And then I asked Bobby and Brandon yesterday if they've ever been attracted to a transsexual woman. So Andrew Glessner, guest of the show, I ask you, have you ever been attracted? Have you ever looked at one and just said, okay, I get it. It's not my cup of tea, but she's not bad for a whatever.
You know what? I've seen a couple and I went, huh. All right.
At least you're honest. These two said, no, I've never been attracted, but I'll sit there and go, I appreciate the effort you put in.
Yeah. I'm not saying like I want it, but like if you look at Blair White and you're like, that's ugly. It's like, nah, she's a beautiful lady who happens to have a penis larger than mine. That's not a big deal.
The question wasn't pretty. It was, have you ever been attracted to? Right? And I was trying to explain, for me, it's not about the physical looks. It's more about an emotional connection between somebody.
Okay.
So I haven't taken
You can't
that
have
much time.
you can play chess with a tranny.
I haven't taken that much time to sit down. It's not a no, I would never. You always
I
pitch
think
it
you
a bad
might develop
way.
a
You say,
deeper
I hate a
connection.
berry. You say I hate trannies. What's with you, Pat?
Hey, the tranny's really nice. She should do benefits.
You should get booked more.
Well, would you guys open for a tranny?
Yeah.
Hell yeah. I'm
I
open
would-
for
I
some
would-
I'd rather sleep with one.
I would.
Seriously, I'd be so mad that I wasn't closing. I'd be like, I'd rather just fuck this thing and tell it it's a pretty lady than fucking open for it. Fuck
Well, if
you.
you're opening, I can guarantee you're going to be the bottom.
Yes. I don't need her balls and lights or whatever. I don't need that. I want my name.
I'm so much of a whore for stage time. I would have opened for Hitler on his tours. You know what I mean? Like I'll go up anywhere. It doesn't matter who I'm opening for.
Yeah, dude. Did you see the audiences he pulls?
That's what I'm saying.
We'd all open for Hitler,
Yeah, sure.
but tranny Hitler's not pulling that many people. It's not a swastika. It's just a swastika, but with balls hanging in where the legs are. Part.
The swastika with the
Bobby,
nuts.
can we make that T-shirt? It's a swastika, but it's got balls.
Yeah, I'm cool.
I think we can.
I don't know if the dolly will allow us because it seems to not like when you want to shit on Nazis. I tried to make our Hebel Knievel graphic on the dolly AI machine, Glessner.
Okay.
And the Hebel Knievel, obviously, Evil Knievel, but with menorahs. And I
He's
was
just jumping. That's the fire he jumps.
Yeah.
Like evil. Okay, I got you.
no
Hebel.
Hebel, like Jewish.
Oh, Hebel.
Hebel.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
And then I would put in things like Hebel Knievel jumping over Hitler, and it would be like, nope, can't do it. And it seems like they're just promoting anti-Semitism on there, then, right?
Maybe it just wasn't pulling the Heb reference.
Oh well, I'm
Appropriately
glad you
for
brought that up,
AI.
Andrew.
I say, please show me pictures that I'm wrong with that one.
Oh boy.
Yeah, because like Hebel's not even a word.
No, that's what I'm saying. It's something you're making up. So it's not like it's something that exists in the lexicon already for the AI to pull from and go, oh yeah, that makes sense. I know
No.
what you're doing is being Jewish evil Knievel.
No, it made the perfect pictures.
Oh,
I
really?
just did not like the part where I tried to make it jump over.
Oh, okay.
They wanted to do tricks near it. He was okay near it, but he couldn't be over it. Not the 12th day. And I think it probably just said, Jews don't do stunts.
No, it was cool with that.
Jew stunts, just call it that. Dude, people would buy Jew
Ooh.
stunts.
Now, Glessner, what kind of styling are you feeling? Are you like a Da Vinci type guy or modern art? What are we feeling here?
If you get Dolly, that'd be great. Let's get some surrealist evil Knievel.
How do I
Bobby,
share?
what, do they have the option? Remember that guy who had no arms that paints with his feet? Do they have that option?
They did. Remember, we made one of those.
I know, that was fun. Yeah, see, that's
Holy
awesome.
shit. Okay,
Yeah.
that is.
That's the shirt I want to make, dude. People will buy the Hebel Knievels right there. No, that was awesome. It looked like Liberace. See, people would just think it's oh,
This is
that's
my favorite one.
dude. I'm getting that tattoo. Are you kidding me? That is 80s wrestling. That is amazing.
Nice.
What does it say?
It doesn't say
Okay.
words. It was trying to put something in. That one's pretty sick too.
That's almost too bad. That's more like Chris Angel. I don't know, but what is that one?
That looks like Elvis a little bit.
That's like Fortnite Jew.
I kind of like that one too.
That's Adam Sandler doing jumps. I like that. That other one was
Eight
weird.
crazy motorbikes.
Yeah.
Freddie
See,
Mercury.
that's like an elf.
The issue with this one is Dolly nailed one stereotype so hard. If you look at how big the nose is, it's like,
Oh,
Jesus
insane.
Christ. How do you put that stereotype into
Not
your
only that,
AI?
Bobby, the receding hairline on all of them is insane. You didn't say older, right?
No, he's
No.
typed in, was it Jewish evil?
Yes.
Jewish evil Knievel jumping over menorah. Yeah.
Yeah, and then there would be some things about Nazis in there too that they shut
That
down.
was pretty cool, but that almost looks like real art. Oh, that's fun. That's like something Manny would like. That's like anime Jew.
That's for your kids.
Junime.
Well, that was our merch portion of the show.
Are we like ski mask now? It's like, if you want to buy them all right now. No, we need people to like comment which one they want to be on a shirt.
All going.
Oh, dude, can we put a poll up in the Patreon?
Yeah.
Sweet. we'll do
Nobody, just like everything else in the Patreon, they'll all ignore it. And my brother will go, Bobby's funny though. That's it.
that. Well, your brother's right.
He's right. He's a good guy. He's
He's a good guy.
You should do
Really good
benefits.
benefit.
It's like, fuck. You beat me to the thing. It's like, it was funny the first hour. Yeah, wait, we did a 4-hour show.
I don't give a fuck. We'll keep doing
Just doing a benefit on that. Oh, Bobby, the other thing in that Rich Foster thing that you like to look out for, this was crazy. So I think that was like 2017 or 2018, I think, when that
Bonnie
happened.
McFarlane says the N-word?
No, this is even speaking of the N-word. It's funny you said that
It's a show.
because in the audience is a very young looking Gino Bisconti. I
That's
mean, like
awesome.
it's only like 5 years ago, and he looks like a child. He looks like Scott Baio young. Like, it's
He's part of
crazy.
that he lost a lot of weight, so the baby fat in the face is really gone. Is that
All
part
they
of it?
do is close up on the face. No, the key is no headbands. You see him with just his hair, no glasses or anything, no grays. So it just looks like a young, like an Italian boy that if you saw him coming, you're like, oh, this is going to be annoying. Like he had that look, that the good looking Italian boy, like, this is going to yell things at me.
You've gone really anti-Italian lately, Pat. Did
No,
you
I'm
eat
just
some,
sharing
bad ravioli?
No, well, I did
Did an
research.
Italian guy fuck your girlfriend?
I don't have a girlfriend, but I wish when I had one, I wish he did.
Gotta hope he hits her. That's my punch.
I've done some research. I will not laugh at that.
On this one, you know what, Pat? You're right, but I'm a good guy. I should do some benefits.
You should. It's like, shouldn't Italians? No, but seriously, I like to make fun of all kinds of people, but I did research, and they're the only ones that don't care if we do.
That makes sense. It's because they do have the best sense of humor.
Yeah, and they're all would find this funny and then yell back at me. The only one who gets mad at it is you yesterday when you just kept trying to go back at an Irish guy who doesn't care about his heritage at all.
I'm just pointing out they starved because the potatoes went dry. Glessner,
Yeah.
they lived on an island. Not once did they think, let's fish.
Yeah, and we all came here and don't talk about it. Not like stupid Italians who come here and go, "Oh, remember the gravy." It's like,
Yeah.
fuck, go back.
Yeah, remember when our parents were too dumb to fish? Who would talk about that?
Oh, remember
What's
our
our
parents?
culture? Alcoholism?
Well, when your mom can fish with one hand and hold a steak over her eye with the other, it's not hard, Italians.
Okay, Irish, you want to go down that route?
Yeah, I do.
That's the World Cup of women beating every year. It comes down to those two until they let the Africans in.
I was gonna say, what are you doing? There's somewhere in a hut is your fucking Muhammad Ali of beating ladies. Float like a butterfly, sting like my wife's face.
Any of you guys catch the big Asia Cup game between Pakistan and India?
In what?
The Asia Cup. Cricket, obviously.
In what?
Cricket?
Oh, I didn't even know. An Asian Cup, is that smaller?
Came down to the last three throws. Stevie Lou made that joke too.
Did he? Nice. Which means you're running the same bit towards white men and hoping for the best.
No, this was a big game. I just was curious if anybody came down to
The
the
big
last
game
wicket.
for what, Bobby? Cricket?
Cricket.
Dude, anytime India plays Pakistan in anything, I'm watching because they hate each other. It is likely to end in the losing team being executed when they go home.
You just said some country in the Middle East hates another country in the Middle East. No shit, Bobby.
These two in particular, though, they share a
Well,
border. It's like us in Mexico.
Do we play cricket together, you think?
You know, they should build a wall. Boom. But you didn't think that was
You
going
can always fly over a wall.
on a magic carpet.
That's my favorite of all the stereotypes.
Yeah,
That they had a carpet that could fly. Like,
True.
that's crazy. Like big dick, that's not believable either. But I mean, like a carpet that can fly, that's not even a thing.
Until like the Apu stereotype came in, the Indians were like, watch out for these people. They're amazing. They can do these crazy things we don't understand. They charm snakes, they fly carpets, and then like Apu came in and everybody was like, oh, they own 7-Elevens.
I don't think that ever started with watch out for these people. They are amazing. Because I grew up with old racist people in my life, and they never said, that guy's amazing. They would look at that snake charming motherfucker, and then they would go, I wonder if his camel broke down on the highway. That's what they would say.
They wouldn't say
And they would all say, he stinks. That was the other thing. That was like a big stereotype. And they don't stink.
Also, he didn't really get the benefit.
Yeah, really good. He's so good at the benefit. And he asked for extra time, but I was like, no extra time. See, Bobby, third voice.
Somehow
did
they
it.
get worse each time.
No,
Better
no.
quality, more offensive.
This is probably a story I shouldn't share, but when I was a house comic at Comics, the owner, Mike Ralph, fucking hilarious dude. He was just a great dude. And he is still a great dude. But when I was working there with him and they first started being a club, like their first year in, when I wasn't being the house comic, I had to manage the place. So, and then So I'd have to have like a headset in, whatever. We'd be walking around talking, and we can only hear each other. And I guess this Indian couple came up to buy tickets, and I'm standing on the other side of the room. Mike makes eye contact with me, and right in front of him goes into the thing, goes, no, 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 no. And I'm dying. And he's like, come over here. And I come over, and he goes, can you bring them to their seat? And I go, should I bring them up front? And he's like, no, no, no. They got seats in the back. So I'm like, I'm just laughing. And the guy just looks at me and he goes, do we have to buy 2 drinks? And I'm like, no, no. And then I kind of caught, and I'm hitting the button too. And the guy just looks at me and goes, I know what you're doing. I'm like, oh, okay.
How'd you figure that one out? You know why? They're amazing people.
But we would just for months, anytime we just saw any Indian person walk by, no, no, no. And I know it's awful, but whatever. This was different times. This was 6 years ago. I always love that.
Sure, that's fine.
People do that all the time. Now, this is before cancel culture. Oh, 2019. It's
Snuck it in there, huh?
It's different now. But so yeah, I don't know if we should have Ben on. Should we have Ben on with no video?
How does he have a tablet with no video?
Why don't you just invite him to hang out at your house for a couple hours?
Put a link on. I'll probably pay you.
He's a good guy. He should do the benefit.
Did I ever tell you when he tried to find out where I live?
No.
He was messaging me. He goes, yo, Pat, I want to be on your podcast. It's like years ago. And I was like, yeah, Ben, we'll try to set something up sometime. This is before I was doing Zoom or anything like that. Maybe if I find a location near you, we can do it. And he goes, yo, tell me where you live.
No.
And I said, no, we're not going to do that, Ben. And then I get a text from another comic I know, John Romanoff, and he goes, Ben Ortiz just asked me where you live. I was like, you didn't say anything, did you? He goes, he'll be there in a half hour. And I was like, fuck you.
That's so funny.
Yeah, so no, that's the one where he's not a good man. He does not get to do a fundraiser benefit, whatever it is. Bobby, you said you have a story?
Do not collect $200.
No, do not pass. No. Go ahead. Do you have a story?
Sure. So you may remember from a few weeks ago when a certain song was stuck in my head. It was
The Blender song?
Yeah, Eve 6 Inside Out. And we had a fan come in to the dump and play some songs on the guitar. And one of the songs I requested was obviously Eve 6 Inside Out. Right? So I log on to Facebook today or Instagram today, and I see this. Bobby Tamburo got this song stuck in my head. Now I can't stop jamming to it. Basically, I've just infected other people, and I would like to hope maybe this could bring a renaissance to Eve 6.
I'm happy you got 10 views.
I'm 9 of those because I've watched it 9 times.
Oh, shit, we're one of them. Fuck.
You're going to put his tender heart in a blender. That's not fair.
He didn't even play the song.
He was playing the guitar part. That was a guitar-free version of the song.
He guitar heroed that part.
Maybe.
I was going to say, that seemed a little suspect to me. He didn't start there at the...
I think I'm guaranteeing he could play it, but for video purpose, he was doing like the MTV lip sync. You know what I mean? Like he was just trying to show it, but
like the Red Hot Chili Peppers not even plugged in.
Was that a thing?
Yeah, at the Super Bowl. The bassist just didn't have any chords in his guitar or in his bass. I guess that's what that's called, right?
How dare Flea do that?
I'm sure that wasn't their idea.
I'm just mad they didn't come out in cock underwear.
That would be amazing.
You do seem like a Red Hot Chili Peppers guy, Glessner.
Some of it. It depends.
Where do you
yes and no.
Where do you think their music's been heard?
Where?
All around the world.
All around the world.
Under a bridge.
Yeah,
that's all you. Sure. Damn it. In a small little town called Danny, California.
If you listen too loud, you'll get scar tissue in your ears.
Scar tissue is the worst. After that, you don't know what he's saying.
I heard they got tired of getting paid for it. They just give it away now.
Give it away, give it away, give it away now.
Well done. Well done.
You know, I was sitting back. I was just waiting.
Listen,
they're good guys. They should do good benefits.
As a part-time classic rock DJ, I hear so much fucking Red Hot Chili Peppers. It's insane. Every shift I've ever worked there, I've had to play Danny California. Not even in their top 10 of songs, and they always play that fucking song.
We had a friend in high school who got really into the Red Hot Chili Peppers and like read the autobiography, and we were all like, hey man, I think you're going down a bad path. And then 3 years later, he was arrested for robbing people for heroin money with a hammer. I don't know if you remember those, Glessner. They were a big deal. The guy who would smash and grab with a hammer everywhere.
Oh, yeah. I heard of that.
How much
even worse, he's giving them all super awesome trivia about the Red Hot Chili Peppers the whole time.
Yeah, exactly. That's how I got him.
So wait, he would steal heroin
No,
from people?
He would go in with a like giant hammer and just go
Right,
to
I got
the
that.
cashier and take the money and use it to buy heroin.
Oh, okay. Then those people are pussies. I thought you were saying that he would rob heroin addicts. I'm like, you don't need the hammer.
Who's
You
that
just need
dude from The Wire?
He was trading hammers for heroin.
Oh shit!
It's a new program they have. It was Donald Trump started it. Hammers for heroin. It's like,
You know, these hammers.
I mean,
great
think about
hammers.
it.
Wonderful hammers.
Having an opioid addicted mass that you would only give opioids to if they completed work for the day would be a pretty good way to create a workforce.
They're definitely going to call in dope sick, though.
You're like,
Give
you're not going to
people
feel
a
better
little bit of
till
meth
you.
and then let them take things apart. That's the...
Why isn't that an old joke? You know, like there's the bomb scare. It's like, I'm calling in a bomb scare. Like, really? Yeah, I got bombed last night and I'm scared I won't make it to work. Like that dumb joke. Like, why isn't there a dope sick one? It's like, I'm calling in dope sick. Like, what? My dope husband got drunk. I got sick last night. Now I'm sick. I'm dope sick. With those two jokes, I should get booked more. I should do benefits.
Absolutely.
I used to love the bomb scare joke. I don't know why. I thought that was so good when I was younger, but it's like, that's when bomb scares were all fun and you could just call them.
That's before
Not now.
people were actually blowing shit up with pressure cookers.
What was it? My daughter was telling me, oh, she has a friend that's pretty dumb, and they were talking about 9/11 or something. It came up like it's my daughter, so they're making fun of 9/11. And when it came up, somebody said, yeah, that's crazy how like the cops use that now as their phone number. I'm like, yeah, before that, it was hard to dial September 11th.
That's how we never forget.
Yes, because we gave it to the cops. It's like, oh, 9/11's hilarious. It really is. It's the only one where we're supposed to care the most, but we didn't give it a cool name.
Yeah, we just kind of phoned it in with that one. So when did it happen? Yeah, we'll go with that.
D-Day is fucking bad until D became penis.
No, then it's even more bad.
even better,
It's when
yeah.
we showed the Germans how big our
Yeah, we
D was,
fucked
you
those
fucking
crowds. Yeah.
pussies.
I wonder if in porn that's like a fun day for that. It's D-Day. Like, is that on Pornhub? Like, you know, they put the little like logo next to the words. Fuck you. You all know that it's there.
No, what are you
But there's
talking
got to be
Go ahead.
there's got to be like one video of like some German chick laying on the beach in Normandy just getting railed by a bunch of American guys as they're running out of the water.
Let's
If that hasn't been done, I want to see that parody because it's the most patriotic thing I can think of.
You ever see like because Andrew, you see this younger comics when they're doing like open mics or trying out stuff, but then you hear a young comic that you think's kind of funny come up with an idea you haven't heard anyone come up with, and you're like, oh, I hope they get good because this is a great idea. But then you get mad that they don't know what to do with it.
Yeah.
I saw a young comic and he has some weird thoughts and I like him, but he did this line and I forget what the joke was, but I've never heard anyone talk. I've heard about people talk about every porn premise there is. And he goes, like, you know, that test you can take to try not to come. And I'm like, he's going there. He's saying this to the audience. Like they all are going to know this. It's like, you know, that test. He's like, and I was like, yeah, I'm trying not to come. He goes, by the way, never passed. And I was like, dude, this is when he learns what to do. I'm like, this kid's mind, audiences are going to know what to do with it. But I'm like, it was fucking great. Oh,
I'm not
I love
seeing
the one night
any-
we were talking.
any D-Day
we were-
parodies.
That's ridiculous. We were talking about
I forgot what you were looking for.
a couple comics.
Bobby's staring intently like he's taking the SATs, and he's like, I can't find any fucking for crowds.
The first one comes up and it's like, which stepdaughter is your favorite stepdaddy? That has nothing to do with it. That's just Pornhub wanting me to get into incest.
Which is your favorite? How about I'm the stepdaughter? I want to see that Cinderella, the stepdaughter I wouldn't fuck.
That'd be so funny.
So a gang of
Fat
mice
chick
help
in the
her out
corner,
first.
like, when's it my turn?
And the only way she gets recognized is when she loses her shoe. She gets an OnlyFans for her feet. And and everybody loves her feet so much. And then one day a prince finds her foot and looks up and goes, "It was you all along. I was jerking off to your feet."
Fuck no.
Dude, we just wrote the greatest movie of all time. Are you kidding me? It's called Only Cinderella.
There's a porn star whose name is Lil D, and it just feels like maybe that's not what you want to put out into the universe.
I mean, that's
By
what
the
you're
way,
working with.
I also shouldn't admit this, but I know who that is, and I think it's
not
like when
Lil.
a fat guy calls himself Tiny Bobby. That's what he did there.
God.
You know, like when a big fat guy's like, it's tiny. Like Little D is
Stop
making
saying
a joke.
fat guy while I have to look at this dude's dick. All right.
Fat guy.
Is it a fat guy? Is that
First of all, stop saying have to. Because you don't have to. Nobody said go. We said look for D-Day, not Little D's day.
The first I X'd out of the
No one said you really had to look for the porn.
I appreciate that you did.
I X'd out of the porn, and the tab that's open was the other video we had prepared to show Glessner, and it's just really not good imagery in my head.
No, let's get ready for that video, but let me set it up for you. Now, Andrew, I'm shocked that you had not heard of this. You seem someone who's savvy enough on the internet and sees the trending dumb things that go up there. You have not heard about the boy who loves corn?
I don't think so. It doesn't ring a bell.
It's that you might have seen some memes, things like that. This is a incredible video. They're called Recess Therapy. It's a group that goes around to little kids and does interviews with them, and they say funny things.
Objection, Your Honor.
No, let me finish the setup for real before you get creepy.
It's an individual. It's not a whole group.
Someone's working the camera, asshole. Just because he's not on the screen, just like Bing Bong, there's like 45 people, and then it's usually a black guy just yelling, "Suck my dick, Biden." It's not that, though. This is different. It's a group called Recess Therapy. One's the on-screen presence who goes there and kind of like, and yes, yesterday I realized my suggestions of like other examples of this aren't good. Like when Bill Cosby used to host Kids Say the Darndest Things. I'm like, oh yeah, that might not be a good example. But he goes there and he asks kids questions and then they give their answers and sometimes they're funny, whatever. They approach this one boy about his love of corn. And it's very funny as a kid talking. And now people have taken it and made like song parodies out of it and other memes. And Bobby watched it, and all he could think about was pedophilia. That's all Bobby could think about. And our other guest, Brandon Smith, the two of them, really went into it hard. I mean, not hard. I hope they didn't go into it hard, but they came out.
Went into it hard.
But no, else should do benefits. Little D, good guy. Benefits.
I watched him benefit a stepmom a second ago, so I think he's set.
little D is set. But yeah, watch this. It's fun. Bobby, you got it?
Oh, yep. Hang on.
And by the way, I pulled a story that I didn't realize ended in murder, but we're still going to do it. I'm reading it. And I'm like, oh, wait, there's death?
Got on mute.
Cone.
What do you like about corn?
Ever since I was told that cone was real, it tasted good.
Did you think corn wasn't real?
But when I tried it with butter, everything changed. I love cone. Cone.
Do you think everyone should be eating corn?
No, not everyone has to like it to be the best.
Yeah.
Everyone just has to try it. Have a bite.
What else are your favorite things?
I play a variety of games. Hide and seek, tag, Neville Lava Monster. Yeah, mostly cone. I mean, then look at this then. I can't imagine a more beautiful thing. It's cone. Look at this.
It's corn.
Because corn is awesome.
Can you describe corn to someone who's never tasted it before?
A big lump with knobs. It has the juice. It's the part that mostly makes me like the cone.
How much do you think corn should cost?
$1. I hope you will have a corn-tastic day.
He's overpricing it.
Corntastic day?
Corntastic
Corn's
day.
like 20 cents an
Yeah,
ear.
it's just a kind of
Listen,
a
though.
cone. If anyone loves corn, if you come to me, I can tell you all about it.
Do you like corn?
No.
Have you ever had corn before?
No.
Why is he using that voice?
For just $67, you can make it.
And there's the end. So I was watching that, and the first thought when I saw that kid, I saw him missing a tooth. I'm like, man, eating corn actually has to be a challenge for him. And then I looked down at his cob, and I could see like just strips.
Yeah.
I'm like, yep, nailed that one.
That was a huge cob of corn.
That was a giant. That was like.
Why was he holding it vertically if it wasn't supposed to be phallic?
Because it's on a stick, Bobby. It's at a fair.
Who
It's
puts
not
corn
corn
on
on
a
a stick?
Never had street corn.
street
They put it on a
corn.
stick, They put
There's-
shit on it.
You ever see Nacho Libre where he's got out the corn? He's got the whole thing. He's got the mayonnaise on it and shit. See, Glessner watched that and just found the joy and fun in it. He didn't think it was a phallic symbol. He didn't think the guy was trying to fuck the kid.
Well,
Look, I'll
can't
say this. I don't
imagine-
think he was trying to fuck him. If it comes out years later that he might have been, I won't be surprised.
His grandma was right there.
Well, yeah, you
Black-
don't do it now. You
Black
set it up
grandmas
prior.
don't fuck with that shit.
Well,
I
absolutely.
can't imagine why Glessner would only see one side of the story.
Son of a bitch. I,
Pat almost spit out his drink. Yes.
Holy shit, took me a second. I went, what the fuck, dude? You're a savage. Like, why? Why would you do that to him? For those of you without HD, What's got you? Yeah. Glessner's got one wonky eye. That's all. He's got a Glessner and a Glassner. But no, I thought it was just a nice. I tried to share a nice story, and it became 40 minutes of pedophilia.
Yeah, it was bad on our part.
It was just a boy. He loved corn, and he said a pun. You know how much I love pun. Corntastic Day, and he said it's just a pun about corn. That's like me and Bobby's arguments all the time. Pat, why? It's just a pun. Like that's it. That's why couldn't you just find the joy in that? Why it wasn't a phallic symbol. That's a little D size of corn, though. That's a huge corn.
That was what I was getting at. When I X'd out of the little D porn video and it was just the kid holding the corn, like he was looking at the corn and enjoying it the same way the MILF that
Stepmom
little
was,
D
yeah.
had spent the afternoon with was also enjoying the corn.
The only thing that bothered me was that when he offered a bite, because like no, like, that was so mangled. Like,
you're gonna be fucking arrested. I can't do that.
Only if we could do it like Lady in the Tramp style, young boy.
What was up with his sexy voice with the little girl? I didn't like that.
Why
either.
do you think that voice is sexy? That bothered me yesterday. And it bothered me more today. What did you
Hey,
find sexy
sweetie.
in that voice?
You ever like corn?
It's his voice.
No, with the boy, he's all high. It's corn. Ooh, I'm Mickey Mouse. And then with the girl, it's like, hey, I'm gonna fuck you while your
'Cause
grandma's watching that autist who loves corn too much.
Bobby, are you not aware of things in 2022? He was matching his energy. That's what he was. That one boy had that energy like that, but the sad little black girl was just like, corn stinks.
Like
So
a
he went down to her
psychopath.
level. Yeah.
Mirroring her emotions.
Bobby, I'm not saying the guy's not a lunatic. His career is I ask boys about corn.
Thank you.
I'm just saying he doesn't fuck
We've
'em.
reached the same agreement. I just don't know
But I'm just
why
saying he doesn't fuck them. Oh, it's stupid. But he does. Okay, so is the person that interviews you, but then also gives you hot wings and then makes you cry. Like that's stupid, but it worked.
Yeah, but if
But
you
if you went to somebody and said hot
afterward,
ones is my plan,
dude, that would be a fun porn.
hot ones
Yeah,
or
like
DJ Khaled.
a hot ones porn parody, but it's like levels of STDs. The first one, it's like, just grab some, and then by the end, it's like, you got the HIV. That's the hot one. You passed the challenge.
I would
don't know.
like
I
to
didn't think
see
that
that.
bit through.
I would like to see that episode with Aubrey Plaza snorting it out of her nose.
Oh shit!
You haven't seen the one with the milk out of her nose?
No.
No, I haven't.
I'm the biggest Aubrey Plaza fan in the goddamn
yeah.
world.
No,
I
Plaza.
interviews at anything. That is the autistic, short black hair woman of my dreams. Like that's if I can marry one woman, it's fucking her. And she went. I don't watch Hot One, but she went on that and she snorted milk out of her nose during it. It's like it's like it got billions of views because of that. It's like,
Do you think it's because she's like almost the female equivalent to Nick Mullen, who you like a lot too? Like, I feel like they're very much just whatever they're into that day, they're doing. Like, there's a lot of similarities between the two.
no, it's funny. I obviously was aware of her before Nick Mullen.
Mm-hmm.
So maybe the reverse.
Ooh.
Maybe I like Nick Mullen as much as I do because it's like I wouldn't be I'd be awkward around either one of them because they both seem real mean and I don't think they would like me, either one of them. But I would also be like hitting on Aubrey Plaza and it would just be a guy who wouldn't be my friend in the other thing. So maybe I'm like, I can handle that because a lot of people don't want to be my friend. But usually the girl I like that's also mean to me, we lived together for 2 years. And I don't know if I can handle that.
Wow.
Yeah, it's the other way around, without a doubt. I've always been attracted to emotionless.
I've always been physically attracted to him.
Seriously? Yeah. Man crush, without a doubt.
Oh, yeah.
Never
That's why we have
sexual.
Glessner on all the time because he's my man crush. Oh my God, I wish I was like Glessner more.
Well, and also because you always think he's hitting on you because he's always winking back.
That's all I can do. I'm trying to blink right
Listen,
now.
Glessner's a good guy. He should do lots of.
Should do a lot of fundraiser shows. He
Should
definitely
book
should.
more. Yeah. Absolutely.
Definitely should.
How was the Four Horsemen? I know we started to talk about it, but I got to tell you, I was so happy when you guys sold out because
Thank you. Oh my God. It felt so cool. We were sitting there watching like the ticket sales throughout the day because it took till like the last week to where they really started moving and we're getting a little nervous. And then I was sitting there watching it Saturday and like some of us had like friends coming that were just going to buy tickets at the door. And I was watching, I'm like, we're at like 160 tickets. We got 30 more to sell. So I was like, you better tell them to just go ahead and buy them. And we ended up turning the pre-sales. What I told Sven, I'd turn them off at like 6:30.
okay,
I didn't even really have to because by the time I got to that point, we'd already sold 190.
that's awesome, dude.
So I was
I'm
like,
very
that's
happy for you.
cool. But then I'm also like, I also have to be the guy running this show tonight. So I had to, like, we were all helping seat everybody. And then I was running the music in the back and then I was second to perform. So that got super stressful, but it was one of those things like it sucked right up until showtime. Once we got the opener on, who was actually awesome. So Drew Brooks, I don't know if you've seen him yet. He's a newer kid. Amazing. Then Manny went up.
Oh, Bobby's laughing like that guy's not amazing.
I heard the backstory, which is how he got on the show, which is very funny. I'm
well,
happy
no.
he did well. It was
Yeah.
just like the guy who was supposed to do it bailed, and he
Yeah,
was the guy standing
he's-
right there, like I
Yeah.
could do it.
But he
And
also sees
stepped
an
up.
opportunity. He
Yeah,
did.
yeah.
He did
No.
great.
That's
Yeah.
why I was laughing. Like, I'm glad it went well for him.
Bobby,
It worked
he's
out.
a good guy.
A lot of benefits. He should get booked more.
He pulled the very rib. He was just there, baby.
But yeah, sold out. We all did well. It was a good night. Yeah, it was a blast. It was
Now,
awesome.
because it worked out, is the club like, do it again in 2 months? And you're like, no, this will never happen again.
Well, and that's so we tried a thing like a last year where I was like, hey, I think, there's not any good spots that we get showcase shows in the area like consistently. So I was kind of trying to talk to the owner because we all help him out a lot. And I'm like, let's try to get a monthly showcase going. He's like, okay. But then we were all kind of like hesitant to book ourselves because we didn't want it to be about us so much. Like, obviously we want some time, but we want everybody else to get some shine too. So we were trying to book these shows and they started off pretty good. They just kind of dropped off. So he was like, yeah, we're not doing those anymore, which was a bummer. But so we sold out our show. And then there was a group of comics who sold out their show the week before, who was also locals. So he had 2 weeks where he sold out with locals. So I think depending upon who we book, he probably let us do it more, which is exciting for us because it feels like we can actually do something now. But it was
and it
awesome.
makes the
But do
whole
you
scene
think-
better.
Oh,
So-
but do you
sorry,
think
go ahead.
you four could do it again, the four of you again in a year? Or do you think that because you kind of like pushed everything you could, that people would be like, you probably get like half the numbers?
I don't know. That's a good question. You know what I mean? And that's the problem with like us local guys. It's like people come out for one show for sure to show their support. It's like,
Right.
do we have staying power? It's like, I don't know.
I've
'Cause
watched
we're not
that
getting these
happen in a lot of
opportunities.
clubs. A lot of clubs could jump on that, and too many people are like, "Oh, we could do it again," and then they can't. And then they lose favor with a club when they just did a great thing for them. But you're asking them to pull off a miracle twice. You guys did an awesome thing. I wouldn't visit it for a couple of years.
No, well, and that's like so the kind of dichotomy of doing comedy locally. I had that show Saturday. I had a show that we had to cancel Friday because it's in the middle of like Fulton County where I'm from, and it's a summer. It was a summer Friday, and I checked on Wednesday and we had no pre-tickets sold. And I was like, look, these guys, when we show up there, they pay us pretty good for doing a bar show. And I was like, I don't want them taking a bath on this. Let's just cancel it or reschedule it, because it's like I didn't want to risk them losing money, because when they start losing money, we start losing shows.
Yeah,
Wow.
exactly. But it is
And I was like,
important to have that showcase opportunity, because like it makes the whole scene better then. If you
Oh,
know,
for sure.
hey, if I go and I do good at, you know what I mean, at X, Y, or Z,
Yep.
or I go support, there's a chance like then people come out, they're more support. Like you need something like that. So that's awesome.
Yeah. Well, and that's obviously Comedy Zone is one of those places in the area that pull a lot more because you have the opportunity to host on the weekends. You can get booked from that room, but when we can book you on a showcase, like that was my whole thing. Cause it's like Mike does the shit in a hat, which is amazing. It's one of my favorite shows to do ever. Manny's been doing the roast battle. My kind of contribution was like, well, let's run a showcase. Let's try to get some comics, some more real time, some of the better guys who show up. And it's hard to get a consistent crowd for that. But normally, throughout when they're running their program, like their schedule throughout the year, like they just started in September. Yeah, they'll start this weekend. We're doing like Wednesdays or Sundays. So it's never really like a great time to book, but it's in the summer, it helps a lot where we can kind of space it out a bit, and we can usually get pretty good shows in there.
Let's go back to something you said, because I think as like any other comic like me, we're all like, oh, I liked Glessner till the part where he cared about the club. Like, how good's your day job, asshole? Wait, I'm worried all the time when a club's like, they're messaging me on Friday, go, there's no ticket sales. I'm like, oh, they'll all buy at the door. So by the time I get there, they got to give me something because I need that money. For you to be like, I don't want them to take a bath. Like, bathe up, motherfucker. Bathe up.
So that wasn't a club. That's a bar.
No, whatever. I could say club, room, venue. I don't care if
Yeah.
it's a fucking shack outside. If they book me, they're giving me cash. I'm calling 2 days earlier going, well, I still get money. It's the week of and you didn't cancel it yet. So either pay me a deposit right now or I'm showing up, and make sure all your best friends pretend like they bought tickets, because we're doing something.
Well, here's the thing too. I'll perform in front of like 6 people. I don't give a fuck. I've done it. We've
For a
all been
while,
there.
that was a
It's
good
my
crowd
bread
for
and
Yeah.
butter. Yeah, that's what you get more than 12, then I'm in trouble. But 6 to 12.
I'll make it uncomfortable up there. I don't
a
care.
dozen.
But, like,
Baker's doesn't
so-
fuck you.
Now they're bakers.
I'm gonna walk one.
they're a bar in a small town, and it's my parents are pretty good friends with them. So I was like, I like that we had this relationship, and I don't want to fuck it. So that's why I was like, we'll come back in October. Like, let's just get rid of this show. We'll come back.
That's where you got to learn the shady moves. This is where you say you want to keep the relationship. So you say that you call them and go, hey, listen,
You go,
I
baby,
don't
I
want you
didn't
guys
cheat
to.
on you. They said you can get herpes from a toilet seat. Save the relationship. I've been there.
But the boy can't eat corn. But every time we have an analogy, it's always herpes on a toilet seat.
Listen, man, I saw a picture.
you can't
I've
get
been in my
herpes
own
from
head
corn
about
pack.
ex-relationships all
I bet
week.
you
It's all
could.
good.
You probably could. Well, it depends on where that corn's been. You don't know.
God, we should
Yeah,
call that
in the
boy
corn
nasty.
hole.
If you sleep with corn, you sleep with everybody that corn is slept with.
God damn it, Jonathan Davis, you gave us all herpes again. What I was gonna say before the toilet reference was that I would have pulled the move and said, hey, listen, guys, I personally would be like, hey, let's just call it. But the guy I got headlining, he's a bit of an asshole and he wants his money. And so we got to either take care of him, because that way you also don't want to have to make that call of, hey, guys, sorry, we're calling it. Because some people will like take money in their own pocket, and I wouldn't want to do that. But you want to give them something, because some of them, it's their job. It's like,
Yeah. Well, luckily, I don't think any of the guys booked on this show. Like, I think we all have day jobs, I'm pretty sure. So it was like
so you didn't book anybody good.
God, no.
All right. No, I was just saying.
I'm
no
hosting it. No, listen.
I was about to do a deep cut, and I won't do it. Fuck, I wouldn't do it. I was gonna say it's not like he had Danny Hucks or anything.
Hey, Danny is an angel.
I'm sure he's amazing. By the way, when I saw the pictures of him, I thought he died because all I saw was you guys saying goodbye to him and pictures with them, but I didn't read the context. And I'm like, that little hobbit died? Fuck. And then I was like, oh, he just moved to the Shire. Yeah,
Just the same thing.
Is Lobo the other part of Middle Earth? Lobo sounds like a place because it's low and he's a little bow.
No, I got you.
It's the whole thing. I didn't want to Danny Hucks it up. It's like,
he's a good guy. He does benefits.
Listen, he benefits all that. But if Bobby was going to ask a question about that show and already make our audience 7 people, I was going to bring it down to 1. And that one was Danny Hucks.
Oh, yeah.
It's like, I try to watch the show because Glessner's on it, and then he takes a shot at me. I don't even know this. Why does this man hate me? I don't. I hear you're very funny. I don't mean to do it. If I had a benefit, I would book you on it. I promise, Danny Hucks. Should I do a story to get out of this?
Yeah.
All right. Man, gleeful.
No,
Okay.
I'm just kidding. I was just fucking with you. I was just doing that thing where you talk and I talk at the same time. I was trying to make it a bit. I'm going to walk away now. You read your story.
Ben Ortiz is here. No, I'm kidding. Just shut
Think
up.
twice if there's a tranny with him.
Me or Glessner? No, we're doing that. Put your dumb headphones back on. Put on your 8 accessories. All right. Man gleefully chomps kebab. God damn it, Bobby. Man gleefully chomps kebab in front of animal rights protester in New York City. By the way, this is the only time I've ever read a New York Post article where the top warning thing says warning, graphic language. And I've read some really weird shit in these articles. I'm shocked.
There was one that just said the N-word over and over.
God damn it, Bobby. God damn it. All right, so
God
Ben
damn it, me for
Kesslin.
talking?
No.
Oh, okay. I was worried we were at that point.
No. Ben Kesslin. We'll never be at that point. No one is watching. It's fine. Ben Kesslin is the guy who wrote this. Now, I don't think I've ever read a Ben Kesslin. We've done Ben Costa.
Okay, yeah.
But never Ben Kesslin. But I think it's a fake name for one of those other women that write because they started it with a pun.
Okay.
Can you guess the pun? The title was that man gleefully chops kebab in front of animal rights protester. How would you start that article if you were a writer and you were going to write a pun?
Stakes were high.
I like that. You were better than this person.
Something to chew on.
But once again, you're better than them. 2 for 2 and better ones.
Let's get petarded in here.
I wish. I wish. This was quite the beef.
God damn it. Okay.
Did he say steak kebab even? I hope it's factually
Nope.
inaccurate. He was eating a chicken kebab.
I don't even know. Animal rights activists were spotted in a now viral video screaming in the face of a man gleefully eating a shish kebab in front of them as they protested in New York City. The footage is from this thing here. I don't care about that. By the way, if you go look at the pictures ever, the guy is just chomping. Like they are screaming and he's just.
He even at one point licks it up and down in front of him just to like really rub it in. I've seen the video. I'm not making that up. This isn't a bit. I've actually seen the video.
Is it Lil D?
It's Corn Boy. He's all grown up now. You're disgusting. Who do you think you are? One of the protesters says to him. You're a coward. What?
Who do you think you are? I am.
You're a coward. You're just a fucking coward. You're a piece of shit and you're embarrassing. What am I going to do? Nothing. You're going to die on your own, she continued. Like, I guess she was going to date him. Like, that was a weird twist. Like, on your own. Like, yeah, we all die on our own unless we're on a plane or something. Like, the interaction. Yeah, 9/11 part 2, 1822.
What's the number?
Hello. I called for information. Fuck, I wish something terrible would happen so I know who to call.
Dial 411 to call the police. Can you connect me to the...
You know, that juice wasn't called OJ until The interaction escalated when one woman started screaming in his face, according to the footage, which was racked up more than 1 million views on Twitter. It's not clear what type of meat the man was eating, Bobby. They actually put that in the thing. They're talking just to Bobby in that part.
Oh, so they were just making a shitty 303 reference then, huh?
Yes.
He's got beer. Okay.
It feels fucking good, she shouted. You and your small dick and your pussy way of killing animals, and it feels good in front of the vegans, huh? That's a weird combo of words.
You got a small dick and a pussy? Was this hermaphrodite?
No, you have a small dick and you have a pussy way of doing stuff. So she's strictly PETA and not like women's rights, because she's saying a pussy is weak, like a vegan.
Yeah.
Who are known to be weak because they don't eat any protein.
They get that protein, yeah.
Fellow activists seem to be entertained and can be heard laughing in the background. The meat-eating counter protester also looked amused and licked the kebab up and down like Bobby's videos he watches before continuing to eat. The activist then screamed, "You have all the blood on your face and all the blood on your hands. It feels good with your small dick." Is this lady do open mics? Because I've heard this. She's just screaming. Bobby, you were gonna say something about small dick.
Did she fuck him? Like, is this her
she
ex?
knows him.
Yeah, like
small dick, you're on your own. It's a lot of personal. The exchange came during a day-long protest in which activists poured fake blood outside Dior and Louis Vuitton shops and protested Nike for its use of kangaroo leather. Is that why they're just the hops?
Yeah.
Is that
why the
science?
Air Max gets so much vertical?
dude, my
Is that
brother-
real? Like why
No.
kangaroo leather?
Kangaroo leather's the shit. You've never worn like kangaroo leather cleats in all your years of rugby or anything?
Until this moment right now, I never knew kangaroo leather was a thing. I was today years old when I learned kangaroo. So I may have, Bobby. I've also never known what kind of leather I wore on anything. I've only worn it on cleats. I've never rocked a chap.
I've
So
never personally, because my parents didn't like. I wasn't at a level where I needed elite cleats, if that makes any sense. Like the difference between 5 ounces wasn't going to make a difference in my play. But my brother was a phenomenal soccer player, and he got a pair 1 year, and they were like $300. And then he would do that thing where you rip them at the end of the season and send them back to Nike, and they send you a new pair.
These broke, yeah. That's
Exactly. Glessner knows what I'm talking about. Yeah,
yeah, I've been poor.
we played that thrift game.
I've also never really had money, so I doubt mine were kangaroo.
No, I always had like Mizuno or some shit, like the $20 cleats that you can.
I remember that name. Oh yeah, I've had Mizuno.
So I was not a professional athlete. There was no reason to go all out for me.
Also,
Mizuno was that Puerto Rican boy band group, right?
Yes. And they made shoes because they were 13.
Yeah,
we didn't
Ricky
play
Martin.
on turf.
Only the good ones. Oh, go ahead.
We didn't play on turf, so guys would get these great cleats for turf, and you'd be like, 9 of our 10 games are on grass, right? Like, what are you doing?
Well, if we get to go to the Astrodome, like in Bad News Bears 2, they went from cleaning pools to being in the Astrodome.
We only need one. We're just one hurricane away, and then we can all hang out in the Superdome.
Well, that's it. That's the whole story.
Where's the murder? You said the story ended in a
Yeah, I
murder.
thought you said you wanted to.
No, I have another one.
Oh,
okay.
I was hoping, and then a Dodge Charger didn't
Oh my
stop and just took out the whole protest.
By the way, your two reaction makes you both the piece of shit. Where's the murder in unison is the craziest way to end a story. Where's the murder? Bobby, we're not
would that
POSing.
have not been the most insane dude eating kebab in front of vegans story? Somebody got fucking murdered.
By the way, we're changing the name from POS to Where's the Murder? That's you have to guess at the end. Where's the murder? That's my bad. Holy shit, the two of you were on. I'm like, why are they this into the story?
Yeah, dude, because I
We
thought at the
thought
end,
someone was gonna fucking die.
the blood's on your face. No, it's in your head. Pop, 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 pop.
Well, now it makes sense why you're like, what, did she know him?
Stabbing her with a kebab stick or some shit.
All right, who's the piece of shit in this story? Is it me for making you guys think that there was a murderer? Like we played the weirdest game of Clue ever? Is it the guy for just sitting there? He could have just left. Yeah, I get it. It's funny, but like these women have fired up. They have their feelings, whatever. Did he need to eat meat in their face? No one make them nuts. Isn't the kebab salesman for fucking setting up his fucking shop right there? He could have moved too, but he's like, nah. This one guy will keep eating them. Maybe other people will join in that are assholes. Maybe I'll give a discount if you're a piece of shit. We'll handle it that way. Is it the woman for yelling out pussy and dick in the same sentence and the blood on his hands and all that? Do your protest, do your thing, but you're not going to change this one guy's mind. And by you looking like a psychopath and him looking like he has resolve, even people that feel bad about animals being murdered are like, I don't like animals being murdered, but I like that better than that lady. So I choose murder of animals. Who's the piece of shit in the story? Andrew, you go first.
Oh, shit. Oh, man. I got to think it's the lady yelling, right? Because, I mean, it's like, granted, they're already unstable people. That's why they're throwing fake blood everywhere, and then they'll like pretend to be murdered and they'll moo.
They've
But
already
like,
gone to a protest.
Yeah.
Like, that's unstable.
But it's like if you're going to commit to that level of like taking an activist stance, you can't handle a guy eating a little bit of chicken in front of you. Like maybe you should fucking relax. Because I honestly, if the kebab guy was like 20 feet from them, and at first he was uncomfortable that he saw this asshole come up, he's like, "Oh yeah, there's my cash cow." Like I hope that dude just kept going back and getting more kebabs.
By the way, cash cow is the worst term for a vegan. I appreciate that a lot. Bobby?
The piece of shit's the kebab guy.
Kebab eater or kebab salesman?
Salesman.
All right.
The eater is making a stand and you're just going to sit there and watch him get abused. Move your cart. Provide him some cover. You could have had a whole movement. That could have been ground zero of the American Civil War right there. If he moves his kebab right next to him and starts frying it up real good, people are like, what's this going on? Then, they surround the meat eaters, come in, all the Roganites out of the woods. They do that, that thing that they use to open their clips, and then they all come pouring in.
Well, Bobby, it'd have to be ground one because ground zero, I don't know if you know, already happened.
When?
I got my calendar. Let me go check it out. But, okay, so that's us assuming that the kebab salesman was right there. I like the balls that this guy bought a kebab and was just walking a couple blocks, just loving his day, holding the kebab, and then walked into this protest. Was like, Like, it's one thing if it was right there, but if he was just like, or if he knew the protest was happening and then went out of his way to go find kebabs and then walk back. He's like, the guy's like, why do you keep coming back? He's like, oh, never mind. I don't want you to go down there and ruin my day.
No, it's New York. You would have hit like a hot dog or a shawarma stand first, right? Like statistically, instead of a kebab.
But
no, dude, kebabs are everywhere.
Okay, but you also got to think about it. If he pulls out the hot dog, known to the kids as the glizzy, if you break out the glizzy, then it becomes, look at how gay this dude is. This dude's gay. And they play that song, that N-word's gay, and then they do that little TikTok video thing. And now we don't have the funny thing to the protest. If he breaks out any other kind of meat, it's fucked. Kebab is the only one that you can kind of eat because dicks don't come apart.
What would be the
But then he licked it.
Well, what? Because now he's being an asshole to them, and he's been called gay.
What if he pulled his dick out and was like, I got some meat for you to eat, you fat bitches? You think that would have gone?
I think terribly wrong.
You would have been arrested, probably.
Especially seeing that they were already saying his dick was small, and this guy eating a kebab does not have big dick.
I mean, his balls are huge to stand there and eat that meat in front of all those dykes.
Well, but I mean, you're doing it in front of a bunch of vegans. There's no threat.
And speaking
They're just going to get mad and do nothing.
Speaking as a 47-year-old white man, no one's impressed by big balls, literally.
No. But I mean, I'm saying she's like,
figuratively, they love it. They're like, oh, look at the balls on that guy. And then you see me naked, you're like, oh my God.
Oh, look at the balls on that guy.
Officer, she said
I wouldn't book those on a fundraiser. A tiny dick. Yeah, she was a lunatic. And it said just she. So I'm guessing the other protesters weren't yelling anything.
Texas versus Johnson clearly says I have a right to symbolic speech. When the bitch said I had a tiny dick, what am I supposed to do but prove her wrong?
Is Texas
Matter
versus
of honor, Your Honor.
Is Texas versus Johnson because she was the size of Texas and that guy pulled out his Johnson?
I threw that alley-oop up and was like, somebody's going to get this one. And Pat, you nailed it because everything truly is bigger in Texas.
Yes, it
Even
is.
vegans.
In their necks. Sure, also not apparent. Now I feel like I need to read that other story, even though I don't think it's that good, but you guys want murder.
Well, we were promised murder.
Murder.
Where's
Kill,
the
kill, kill.
murder?
Oh, Bobby, I can't even pronounce this author's name.
Oh boy.
So you know it's a
figure
good
that out.
article.
I'm gonna go pee real quick.
Snejana. How would Glessner, how would you do Snejana? Snejana?
Senajana?
Senajana, I guess so. I guess you'd go all the consonants. Senajana. Senajana.
I shouldn't tap like that. That's
Yeah, in Farberoff. Senajana Farberoff is a fucking
oh
mouthful.
well. Farberoff is it N and a V like OV Farberoff?
Oh, yep.
So I wonder if it's like Sejya, like something fucking Russian like Sejya.
Why is she writing for the Post?
Well, they do everything they can.
No, they don't. We read only from the Post. They don't do anything. 90% of the article. I'm shocked that this one and the one I just read are actually kind of news stories. Usually, there's a couple of them that just watch something on TikTok and then write it down.
That was one of the most hilarious things I heard. I was listening to the Rogan interview with Zuckerberg, and they're talking about the Hunter Biden's laptop story. And it's like, the Post broke it, and the Post is known for. I was like, go on, Joe.
Yeah.
Tell me the Post is known for being good. Like,
By the way, that was a great interview. That was the most human I've ever heard Mark Zuckerberg.
oh yeah, I wish they would have went a little bit more into some stuff, but yeah, it wasn't bad, and all of it makes sense. Like people give them shit, but it's like I couldn't fucking imagine trying to wrangle 3 billion of us assholes for a living.
But what I appreciate about it, I'm not a Zuckerberg guy or anyway, but like the fact that every time Rogan was going down we're all going to become sentient robots. And he's like, I don't want that. I want people interaction. But you never hear Zuckerberg talking like that. He's like, no, you should also be people. Yeah. This isn't supposed to be like the alternative. You keep saying it's the new thing. It's supposed to be this and that. They're both things now. So it wasn't bad.
No, I am definitely not a sentient robot, and I also don't want to turn all of you into sentient robots like me. That would be crazy, Joe. Ha, 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 ha.
I did love that he asked him about the water sipping.
Yeah. He did sound less robot than Elon sounds when he's on there, though.
100%. I was shocked how human he came across. You
Yep.
you really nailed that. Like, you really felt like a guy you felt some empathy for, not just...
And if you find out...
New program.
If you find out that's a simulation that he can do for autistic people, he's like, I use my new simulator to be a person.
I'm in. All right, I'm back in. Daddy sucks.
Well, I saw an ad for that. One of the things they want to do with it is for people that have like brain injuries where they can't communicate, but you could be yourself inside there. So if you could have, because your mind can work, they're going to be working on that. So when you go inside the metaverse, it would be you as a regular person speaking normally, which is going to be crazy. Like when you want to talk about catfish, like you're crippled.
It doesn't even matter at that point. Yeah,
I don't
just get laid in the
about
metaverse.
Catfish. I'm at the point where I think I'm going to call my lady friend whatever Mante Teo's girlfriend was, because I'm pretty sure I'm all in, boys. Renan or whatever got me.
Do you have an online girlfriend? Is that
pretty much, Glassy? Pretty much. No, I'm just kidding. Not that bad yet. But it's
she was in a good school. You haven't met her.
Bobby, if you're not
She
sure,
has a lot of benefits.
if you're not sure how to deal with her, Bobby, hit up Ben Ortiz and ask him what he would do.
Yeah. Well, the first thing I did, Pat, was check for an Adam's apple. So at least whatever picture she's using is a woman. We'll find out.
You're right. She's not gonna. Yeah, she's not gonna
Filters
filter
are
that out.
pretty good, yeah.
Fuck.
It's a regular face, but on her Adam's apple is a kitty cat. It's got the ears.
This is fun because we're gonna test her twofolds because she says she listens to this, so we'll find out.
By the way, I'm guessing she's fat since you just called her two folds. Anyway,
Somebody's gonna be in the doghouse tonight.
well, now you're calling her ugly.
That's where she lives.
Here, two folds. Here, two folds. Girl. Oh, you served this up. Nobody was even talking about this.
Yeah, no, this was bad on my part. I should stop.
I said that if you had a brain injury, you could be in the metaverse and you would. Speaking of my girlfriend.
Whoa. Nobody. Okay, let's start with nobody said girlfriend. All right. Nobody
That's the problem with that.
Official labels out there. Also,
You're right.
You did talk
the fella
about
you're dating.
Probably, right? I mean, we're not dating. That's the thing.
Bobby's not attracted to trannies. He's just marrying one.
That would be like, if there is karma in the universe, as much trash as I've talked, that would be the karmic justice.
So, Bobby, when we're done making the
Love.
evil Hebel Knievel one,
Okay.
can we make Jackie Tran?
I'm going to find out if we can right now, Pat. Give me 1 second.
See how my mind works? Isn't it beautiful? What are you going to write? Kung fu
Puns for
expert?
danger.
A kung fu
Literally what
expert?
you said. I'm going
Jackie
to write
Tran?
that. Yeah.
What'd you just write? Transsexual Jackie Chan.
Or transsexual karate master?
Oh, there you go.
Yeah, if that doesn't work, do transsexual karate master.
This is a slightly different version, so it may take a little longer.
Okay. You know, I think we're better off doing this because this story's going to be real sad. I kind
Why
of
don't, why don't you read the story while we do it?
I'll start it. And Glessner, you be honest. If we can't get through this, you let me know. Because I don't know why. I guess the headline was funny to me, but now when I read it again, it's not funny and I'm fucked up. Vegan mom Sheila O'Leary sentenced to life in prison for 18-month-old starvation's death.
Hilarious, Pat. Good call, buddy.
I just saw vegan, and I think, I don't know.
Fucking
vegan-
vegans.
The vegan Florida mother convicted of murder and the starvation death of her 18-year-old son after feeding him only raw fruits and vegetables had been sentenced to life in prison. Sheila O'Leary, maybe Bobby's right about the Irish, 38, learned her fate Monday.
Raw
after her
fruits and
sentence-
vegetables, just potatoes.
That's it. Potatoes and a gay man, fruits and vegetables. After her sentencing hearing was delayed 4 times following her conviction in late June for first-degree murder of the 2019 death of her son, Ezra O'Leary. Ezra's aren't having a good year. Ezra Miller,
Yeah,
this dead baby.
Guess we're all better than Ezra.
Oh, Bobby threw a softball to me, but I put on a tee for you, and you hit it out of the fucking park. The Cape Coral woman also was handed 2 30-year sentences. Why 2? It's only 1 death. For aggravated child abuse and aggravated manslaughter. Well,
That's why. For
Baby-
aggravated child abuse and aggravated manslaughter. Baby slaughter.
baby slaughter. Yeah. You always said that wonderful joke, manslaughter. If you break it down, it's also man's laughter. It is.
Like therapist.
Look it up.
like therapist.
Yep, the rapist.
The rapist.
The greatest Sean Connery, but he didn't do it of all times. Of a child, an additional 5-year term for child abuse and child neglect. I mean, at this point, you just life.
Yeah, what are we hanging on for? We know who the piece of shit is.
Yeah. It's
Judge
obviously
Bruce Kyle. Oh, go ahead.
No,
It's
no,
the kid.
go ahead. Yeah. The 18-year-old who only ate fruits and go to
18
McDonald's.
months old.
18 months.
Oh,
Month.
never mind. I take that back. That's on
Yeah.
me.
I was like,
A little
Bobby,
sadder now, isn't it?
I thought it was a teenager who was like,
No.
start. It's like, go to
No.
McDonald's,
No.
you stupid fuck.
If an 18-year-old died because his mom was only eating him fruits and vegetables, that's justified. I wouldn't even, don't even give her time.
at 18, I could live on fruit roll-ups at one point. Like,
Well, yeah.
You're different then. Judge Bruce Kyle ordered O'Leary, who was standing silently in a red prison jumpsuit, to have no contact with her surviving children. Oh, wait, there's more?
But wait, there's more.
Hello, I'm one of the surviving children. Who was her grandfather, Tim? What the fuck?
Is that Jackie Trans?
Oh, my God. What is it supposed to be?
Terrifying. That's what it is.
What the fuck? Yo!
It looks like those
No!
rats from the Quiznos commercial.
Yeah, oh my God. What the fuck? Once again, it's my second Nacho Libre reference of the fucking show. But remember those little midget hairy things they wrestled a tag team? It looks like them. Bobby, what the fuck? What did you write? What the fuck, Bobby? What do they think trans is?
That one looks like a potato scarecrow.
What do they, Bobby, what did you really write?
Transsexual kung fu master.
What do they think transsexual is?
That
What is that?
apparently,
Is there 1 or 2 S's in that word? Because that may be where I screwed up.
I think
It's
just
transsexual, not transsexual. Bobby, what the extra S is for what? Puppets? What? Why
he only,
would
put, he only put one.
Bobby, what the? What? People are mad at human beings for how they're treating transsexuals. If you want a future, AI hates you.
Oh, robots are monsters. We've already.
You're not getting no. I thought that, Glessner. They're fine with us.
Wow.
They don't like transsexuals or Asian. What the fuck was that? That looked like an extra in like Team America World Police. What the fuck
Like it
was
started
that?
to melt.
Bobby, pull that first one back up.
I accidentally X'd out of that one, but
Accidentally.
I have the results for Jackie Trans if you guys want to look.
Yeah, real
Yeah,
quick.
oh, yeah.
By the way, the piece of shit is that mom. We don't even get finished.
Oh, yeah.
Or the 18-year-old.
No, the other kids who didn't help oh my God.
Why are they all Greg the Hammer Valentine?
I don't know.
What is this?
This is Dolly Mini. It used to be, now it's called Crayon.
No. I mean, like,
Jackie Trans is what it is.
no, but I'm trying to think what they're getting out of that. Like, what's
Somebody named Jackie who's trans.
yeah? It's
like-
because if you look at the face, it's kind of the same woman. Who's Jackie?
somebody with huge tits, apparently.
Maybe they're going jacked.
That's what I think it
Oh.
went to, yeah. All right. We'll see what else we could come up with.
What
while
the
we
fuck?
Wrap this up.
How about Peyton Clanning?
Hang
Hey,
on
with the
one
K.
second.
Yeah, you gotta go K. By the way, I made a meme the other day where I said, I don't know why I laughed out loud to myself. But I said the boys, and it was the Manning boys. It was Peyton, Eli, and Kool-Aid Manning. I was very proud of myself.
So Peyton, like Peyton Manning, Clanning, Klanning.
Klanning. Yep.
All right. We'll do that one.
Of course, when you think about it, I don't even know if he could join because I don't know if a hood would have fit over that forehead.
We'll find out. Well, they just keep what though? That's back to Jackie Chan.
Okay.
Oh, you kept drag queen Jackie Chan. So that's Jackie Chan. Wait, what?
What the? It's like Jackie Chan turning into the Wolfman.
Bobby, did you know your business is sponsoring this?
Weird because I won't blow my joke on stage.
It's about the only dick you won't blow on stage. Hey!
Hey, penis. What is this? Go do the clanning so we can get out of here.
I don't know if it's ready yet.
It's just a lady.
Huh.
It's a child.
That is not nearly. Oh,
Who's that?
fix this.
Peyton.
Peyton St. Clair, maybe?
But then what's the clanning part? Why does he just have messed up teeth? Whoa.
I mean, that's
We're cutting to the
what
chase,
we were getting
fellas.
at.
Yeah. Sometimes with these robots, you got to be straightforward.
Listen, puns are different because they just have fun. You just put Peyton Manning in the KKK.
For the sake of the picture, that's all.
I like how they're like, it comes back. They only want Eli.
Well,
Oh my God.
While this
What-
loads,
Does anyone use this for like, what is the real purpose of this?
probably to gather our information, create the robot that'll eventually end humanity would be my
Oh, I
guess.
want to hang out with our robot.
If that's the case, I feel like this is the prompt to do it.
It's
They're like,
taken-
nah, we're done with these people. We
It's
gotta get
taken
around.
them a while, though, really doing the research
yeah,
on this
they're-
one.
Damn.
They're like, did you mean Archie? He was in.
Well, that's what I was going to say. There's another Manning brother's name. He's definitely. I don't know. Peyton was a Tennessee volunteer.
Whoa.
Ah, that's not his. Okay.
They just made him look regular. They just sent us regular pictures of Peyton Manning. Well, I guess one of them has a white helmet. But he's a Raider. Wait, why did
Is
they
that a
make him?
Raiders helmet?
Is they think the clan is? They just made him a Raider?
Well, they're all racist. All the Raiders.
Bobby, it's not going to do what you want. He's going to throw a black guy instead of football now.
Did you really just put an X in there? It's black.
Glessner, what do you got coming up while we do this?
I think I'm a little light.
And then do Little Nas X-Men.
Thank God we got 2 tabs open, huh?
Yes, hey, Glessner, why don't you do your plugs?
I think all I got in September so far is the Shit in a Hat show, which is the 21st, I believe. And then October 7th, I am in York doing a show. Then the 14th, I am at the Tower Ridge Inn in McConnellsburg, Pennsylvania.
Is that a makeup
Tower
show?
Ridge.
Huh?
Is that the makeup show? Isn't that where you guys were supposed to be last time?
Yeah. So we
listen,
they do this
Glessner's
weird thing every
hilarious.
fall.
Glessner's
do this thing.
hilarious, but you could also see the one, the only Lennon Free at that show.
Oh my God. Yeah. Well, and that's the thing is like that show's actually got some pretty good comics on it. And it's okay,
they're not going to give a shit with that one.
It's
this
coming.
one I'm actually anxious to see what it comes up with.
I wonder if it even. Do you think AI recognizes Lil Nas X?
How do they not?
Yes, 100. I think they created him. Also, did
That's
you guys?
That's AO, not
Speaking
AI.
of AI, did you guys hear about the rapper who got signed?
The AI rapper.
Yeah, and then got
The-
fired because he's a white dude who makes his robot say the N-word, Pat.
I did hear about that.
Funny because he's just AI. He's not even. It's a. Oh my
This
God!
is
That's
great.
delivered.
Yo,
Fuck yes.
we just came up with the
Yes.
greatest thing of all time. Bobby, these are our new shirts. No, go. There's one down. Go feed down farther. Down to the far right hand corner. That is shirts. Little Nas X Man
Oh
is
my
incredible. Bob, we just came up with the greatest thing of all times.
I kinda
Look
like
at
one,
that
too.
shit. What are the other things?
Other little
I kind of like the one with the penis monster. The top row, second one.
That was pretty good.
What is the penis monster?
I don't know.
He's holding a vagina in one hand. The penis monster's coming out. Little Nas X is tremendous. Oh, yeah, they're disappointing with Peyton Manning. You know what? Peyton Manning's not cool. No one really knows.
Just gives us exactly what we want.
Yeah, it's like.
To be fair, we don't know that Peyton Manning isn't racist against blacks. Look at it.
Ooh, okay, we gone too far. But Bobby, write down a note for next episode. Clan Frank. That one will be good.
Yep.
No, for next time. You don't have to do it now.
No. I agree. I'm just. Yep, definitely.
But you got to write Ku Klux Klan Frank. Because that's the problem. He doesn't know the cool slang we have.
It's not hip to the lingo.
And then do Tig Notaro, but switch to the first letters of each.
No. All right.
And her last name is Tartar Sauce. Yeah, do Tig to Tartar Sauce. That's our new one.
That the image that popped in my brain is pretty good.
Why? See, I don't understand why think tanks aren't hiring me. Look what I bring to the team.
Yeah.
Let me just spitball for 6 hours. We'll figure something out.
If
I can't use it.
The worst puns ever.
If Abercrombie and Fitch printed any of these T-shirts, they'd be bestsellers instantaneously.
Well, the thing is, I know that all the comic book things want to be woke, and Little Nas X-Men is going to be huge.
Oh, yeah. How do they miss that?
Did you guys hear Megan Thee Stallion's joining the Marvel Cinematic Universe?
Oh, boy. What's this ending of a joke?
No, that's a true story.
Oh, what's his name already did? Harry Styles did.
I thought there was a horse-based X-Man that you were going to play on for some reason.
Or thought she was going to be Girl Vereen. That's not bad. I mean, like, I don't know why her mouth's fucked up, but she's got a clan member with her.
Yeah, I was going to say, that's about as close as we...
That's the only one. What the? Why is it? Why?
right.
What? Why? Because her eyes are wide open because she knows Jews are wrong.
Yeah.
What?
These
Why
are
is she
just
deformed?
terrifying. That one looked like a scary stories to tell in the dark illustration.
How come AI doesn't ever make their faces regular?
I think that's that way you know it's AI.
AI's fucking with you?
Yeah, it's that maybe it doesn't understand human faces. We confuse it.
We could really throw it off and go gay eye.
Ooh, they all look like me. That's what'll happen when you go gay eye.
It just shows a picture of you. It's a mirror. It's like, you're gay. Hi.
You gay eye.
All right, Bobby, what do you want to promote besides if you need AI work done?
The September 15th fundraiser with Team Jan at the Harrisburg Comedy Zone. Come out.
Okay. I was actually going to ask you if you're on that. I figured you would be.
Yeah,
I need to reach out to him and see if he needs anything booked for that, but I doubt he does. He usually books all of that.
I mean, you should just be there. He'll probably give you time because he likes you.
Probably. Yeah.
But that'll be a fun show. Come out, supports good cause.
Good guy. They do a lot of
Check out the
benefits.
Davey Max sports program. He's also a good guy, does a lot of benefits. And head over to our Patreon because that would be like you doing a benefit for us.
Well, you're all good guys and gals and thirdsies. Whatever. Anyone who's dating Ben Ortiz, you get a half off Patreon. But by the way, half off usually Patreon for you is $89.
Yeah, exactly.
But come see me September 8th through 10th. I'll be opening for Tommy Davidson at Comics Roadhouse in Lincoln Sun. Come check that out. And then the following weekend, I'll be in Beverly, Massachusetts, opening for Amir K at the Off Cabot Comedy Club. So check that out. All my other dates will be up on my Facebook page because I don't care about any other social media. Or you can just ask me where you're going to be. And I'm like, I don't know. Fucking book me, bitch. That's what I say. I have a big birthday show coming up in Derby, Connecticut. So when that gets closer, I'll let you guys all know about that. But it'll be a fun time. Get over on the Patreon, subscribe to the YouTube, buy Silk City Hot Sauce. Silk City Hot Sauce is feels like the Little Us X-Men and Clan Frank are the future. And if Silk City Hot Sauce has great artwork, but if they need Bobby to start making the labels, I can pitch ideas. Bobby makes it on the AI, and we'll kill it for you. I don't know if bottles will sell anymore, but there'll be something different. Andrew, thank you so much for coming on. Really appreciate it. It's always fun. I'm happy that you shared my love for corn and not pedophilia like Bobby. Happy about that. Bobby
You can also see how he was getting into pedophilia, though.
He didn't say that. Well, he can see. Part of him can see that. You opened that door. We weren't even going there until you made me spit. We have 2 water spit takes in this fucking episode. But Bobby, we joke, we fake argue. You know I love you. You're a great guy. You could be on benefits, fundraisers. If I could change your name to Bobby Ribs, I would. And that's But Bobby,
if
go
you
ahead.
can't beat him, join him, and don't be a piece of shit.